Hello, I am doing a topper review for you on the piece by UniWigs. It's a Melanie, and this piece is in Wood and Blonde. So it's an 1822. So it's kind of like a medium to dark blonde, and it's got lots of highlights in it. It's a beautiful color, and I'm definitely excited about it. And I hadn't seen any actual reviews on this color, so that's what I'm hoping to do for you today. So I have a clip recorded outside where I compared colors next to it, as well as showed it to you in, sunlight. Hi friends, I wanted to start off this video with doing a comparison. So this it's a not a warm blonde. This is definitely a cooler, darker blonde with a lighter blonde highlight throughout. It's very pretty. I've done nothing with this piece at all. So I am going to show you now. This is Creamy Ice. Now this is the synthetic version. This is not real hair. This is the synthetic version next to it, and we're outside obviously. So you can kind of see. So Creamy Ice is more of it's got dark roots, and then it has like a warm caramely blonde, low light, maybe caramel blonde, maybe more of a butterscotch blonde highlight. And then I also have a UniWigs Summer Shandy color with me as well. So it is more of almost an all over sort of darker, or excuse me, much lighter blonde. It's a warmer color. So that's it in its natural state as well. It also has rooting, whereas this piece has no rooting at all. So I'm going to kind of take you through the process of how I make it mine. And I hope this kind of helps to let you see the color. So, and I think it's gorgeous. Now I'm inside, and I have a ring light on, and you'll see it and that lighting as well. So let me show you. Here is the piece Summer Shandy. So if you can see the difference, it's definitely a lot darker than the Summer Shandy, or at least overall darker. And this piece is definitely warmer. The highlights on here are definitely cooler toned. Then we have a Creamy Ice. Yeah, that kind of just shows you a little bit. This piece is definitely warmer in general than the Wood and Blonde. So I have this piece in 20 inches. Oops. I'll show it to you kind of what it looks like. If I could stand up a little bit, it goes down to here. This is the 20-inch piece. And yes, I definitely love having the long hair. So this is what it looks like before I've done anything to it. And let me kind of show you what I'm working with, and I'll also show you what I'm going to do to make it more my own. Now, as you can see, my hair color is a lot warmer right now than this piece. So I'm probably going to be doing some cool blonde treatments on my hair, which you can do with certain conditioners. There are conditioners and purple shampoos, purple conditioners, that can take that redness out of your hair, so that it can match your pieces if that's something you want, or it's sometimes something you can do to your piece if you want to make your piece temporarily closer to yours. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to darken the roots of this piece. I have a root spray. I'm going to try to make it match my roots a little bit better. I'm kind of excited about a piece that I can customize the roots on, because I would rather control a root color than have it done for me sometimes. So here is what it looks like right now. And something that you can do is you can either spray it on, kind of starting with the spray just like this. Or you can brush it on. The shade that I'm using right here to spray in the hair is called a dark blonde. So basically, that's kind of what I have it looking like. And you can spread it out with your fingers to make it a little more blended. So that's kind of the idea right there. Yeah, so the Melanie is an 8x9 cap. I'll go ahead and show that to you. You can see this little line right here. But the Melanie is an 8.5 by 9 inch cap. I have had multiple of UniWigs hair pieces. So I've had the smaller, which is the Claire. I have had this size. I have had the 10x10. And I've had 2 different Hope Topper colors. And I think Melanie is just my favorite at this point. I had in Melanie for a little while and then sold it due to the color not being what I was hoping for. And I decided to try it again. So here I am brushing that forward. Okay. I'm going to clip it in all around. Now again, my hair is a lot warmer. So, you know, that obstacle I still have not gotten over as far as making this seamlessly blend with my hair. However, here is my hair. There's the roots that I sprayed in on the Melanie. And it's really pretty. So that's kind of where we're at. And of course, you know, now it's on my head, so it's not, it definitely might be wise to, you know, spray some of those roots while it's on my head. So that's something, you know, you can always play around with. So here's, like I said, here's the color indoors. Here's my hair, which is a very warm blonde in comparison to this, which is not a super warm blonde, which I love because I love cooler toned pieces. So I was very happy that this is cooler toned. I have it in this nice, beautiful long length, and despite the fact that my hair is not this length, it will definitely blend in. And it doesn't really matter overall. You might see little peeks of it through. Like right here, this is, you know, you can kind of see this for sure. But most of the time people are not only going to look, they're not going to look at that or really see that, but you know, especially if I put some purple shampoo and kind of tone my hair down a little bit, it's going to match this blonde a lot better. So there's how it looks, and I'm going to be doing more customizing to it, and I'll kind of show you that process. So alright, so now I have kind of been through some of the process of making this piece mine, and I'll tell you what I have done. So earlier I had sprayed all the roots and to match the rooting that I had going on with my own hair. However, when I saw it, I knew that I was going to want to change my roots. So I lightened my roots and toned them a little bit so they would match the piece a little better. My hair, you can see right here in the front, it is a little warmer right here. So that's what you're seeing there. So I actually washed out the L'Oreal spray that I had used. But the good thing is that I washed it, but not extremely hard. So then at the very base of at the scalp here, at the hair, it's just slightly darker, which actually, you know, if you ever dye your, you know, color your hair, lift the color, you know, you're always going to have that tiny bit of regrowth that's a slightly different color. So I figured anything I could do like that would help to make it a little bit, you know, more natural. So anyway, but you can hardly see it, but you can see it a little bit. So this right here is my hair. So the piece is here, you know, all the lightings that I've showed you in, you know, it always has a little bit of a different cast, but that's any hair. I have gotten to play with this piece a little bit and really enjoy it. I've gotten to put it halfway up with my hair. I've gotten to put it up in a ponytail. I've gotten to, you know, just do a couple things with it. So let me go ahead and show you what the cap is like in case you don't know what this cap is like. This is, so like I said before, this is the Melanie in Wooden Blonde, which is supposed to be in 1822. Here's what the cap looks like. This is the mono part right here, this mono top, and that mono top, you can part the hair anywhere in this area. This right here, this is all wefted, okay? And then we have different clips on here, so it's nice and secure. I think that's one of the things I like about the Melanie so much is, you know, it's spaced on your head, so it rests on your head. It's not just like holding on for dear life, and it has so many nice clips on it. So, and if you were a person that needed to put it in the front, you could always take this off, the clip off, and you could virtually use a glue if you wanted to use it at the very front. You could do that. So you might see a little bit of that dark at the root that I'm talking about, which actually makes it look very naturalistic in my opinion. So that is you know, kind of an overview of the piece. I'll tell you what I've done with it. So I actually had a friend, she's a hairstylist, and she put some layers in it for me. We just put a couple of face framing layers, longer face framing layers, and you know, did a couple of long layers. While it was absolutely beautiful, you know, kind of the way that it came, I knew that I wanted to let it blend in with my hair a little more. And I do believe that if you put layers in a piece, blending it in certainly can be easier. So, so I had a friend put in some layers, and as I said, I lightened my hair and then I toned my hair so that it matched a little better because mine was very warm. And then I went in with a curling wand of mine, like this, and I did curls all over. And this is kind of the end result. Let me go ahead and show you how this piece goes up into a ponytail. So I do have some hair things in my pocket, and that's something that I like to show is putting hair up. Now, this is a long piece, So longer pieces are obviously going to be a little bit more difficult than if you have a shorter piece, just because there's a lot more hair here, right? But I've been able to very successfully get this up, no problem. So I'm just going to pull it back. You know, say you're busy and you need to pull it back. Make sure it's out of your face. I'll show you kind of what that looks like. So there it is. Looks very natural in a ponytail, in my opinion. And yeah, and you can definitely work it up into a higher ponytail if you want. But that just right off the bat is how it looks. I'm going to go ahead and use a scrunchie and see if I can get a little bit of a higher one for this video. So one thing that I think is good is learning the feel and combing with your fingernails. And most people won't even notice that you're doing this. Like, say you're out in public and you want to put your hair up, you know, people aren't really going to notice that you're sitting here doing these things. You'll get used to, you know, pulling back in certain spots and maybe pulling up in others. I've kind of gotten a little more comfortable with kind of teasing it with my fingers, and I think it definitely brings a much more natural look to it. You know, you don't have this big gigantic bump here and, you know, an area there. So I'm definitely enjoying the scrunchie coming back. I think it's really nice for those of us who don't have as much of natural hair, because we can make our bun look a little bigger, and also you know, I think it's nice on toppers. It doesn't pull as much as maybe just a piece, you know, that's this wide. I guess it gives you more surface area to pull up that scrunchie with. So yeah, so that's kind of, I've been playing with it and I've been enjoying it. You saw the different colors, and I love how comfortable this size is. I just think the Melanie is constructed very well, which I think is great. I think this piece is going to last me a long time, so I'm excited about that. And I think this color is just really nice. It's a very nice, it's not super light, but it's also not, you know, a brown. It's a nice little, just a pretty natural looking blonde color. So I'm super glad that I got this piece, and that that I can make this review for you about this piece. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. I hope that I answered any questions that you might have about it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry that I say so much. I'm trying to get better at it, but I'm not doing the greatest at all the ums. I just want to say there we go again. But thank you so much for tuning in, and you have a great day. Thanks.